Niggas try to stay prepared though, you know. Get a little 25 minutes of sleep. Get some good justice, dog. This boy was so clutch. That don't make no sense. Oh, I was gone. Man, I was gone. Now I gotta go out, dog. So. I got a vlog, dog. So this is my day. This is my day where I'm driving. I worked, I got up early. Something that, you know, I won't necessarily go for as far as picking and choosing, but I did it. I went to sleep. I got my rest. Came here early, and I know I'm gonna get off a little earlier and had 2 free days off. You know, I'm just trying to get through this whole first day nice and smooth, like, right? I just want this day to be over, want to get through it so I can enjoy my weekend in peace, right? So I'm just driving. I only got 4 trips. This is the first trip down. The first trip down. I'm almost done. I like, by the way, I got an old bus today. I'm on like one of the special routes, 1 through 10, one of the 24 hours routes. They usually try to get all the new buses on these routes, but it wasn't no new buses in there, new person. She told me to take this one. I'm cool with that, but my radio has to work. So that's my first concern. I can't pull out if my radio don't work, no matter what else work. I don't care if I have the best verse, because I'm doing something else after this, and they said I have to have my radio working before I start. Cool. So I get on the bus, radio work, we good. Then I'm like, wait, it's an old bus. I'm on Woodward. I'm on Woodward. Let me make sure I got brakes. Doing my pre-trip. Oh, these brakes great. They good compared to what, you know. I mean, they won't be as good as the best working brakes on the new bus, but considering what these buses be having, these old buses, the brakes that they, man, we got some good brakes on deck, right? So I don't know. I feel funny sometimes when I'm working Woodward and I got these little brakes. I be feeling like I miss looking at the paper, so I be having to double check it. Yeah, I leave at 11:59. It's 11:48. I got a couple minutes to talk to you guys. Yeah. But anyways, I'm gonna break down the story. So, brakes work good. Didn't check the horn. Kinda because the horn is what I check when the brakes don't work. The horn is really needed. Like, if my brakes don't work, I want to have a super great horn, like one of them. All I gotta do is tap them. I can make it work with just the tap of the finger, right? That's what I be wanting as far as horns go. We're gonna check the horn. Oh, I already checked the horn. The horn worked. I was gonna tap the finger, but I ain't gonna do all that. Anyways, so I'm driving. We're going down the trip. We going. I'm almost to the end. I'm feeling today, dog. It just looked good outside. I'm just dancing, right? Oh, right. All that good stuff. All that good stuff. I'm cruising. We on Woodward. Woodward is known for, like, you know, a good handful of people who don't want to pay the fare, which I don't have the biggest problem with that. Just know how you come to me, right? Know how to come to me, you know. There's ways to do things, you know, and hey. sometimes the way that people do things can irritate me, can make me irritable, right? So that being said, I got a good crowd. You know, Woodward is also known for 1,000 people. There will be a full bus up to this point, this tight. All that space is people. People. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 17, 8, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43. It's 43 seats in here. That's 43 seats. That's like 20 more people standing up at least. 40, 50, 60. So I done had like 63 people on my bus before. And the only routes that I can remember that it could have possibly been was Woodward, because I know Woodward was one of the main routes. But I know it was one other route I had that had packed amount of people. But it was like, stop. Oh, it probably was Cadillac one day. But it was like, don't pick nobody else up. It was Cadillac. I kept picking, nigga. The passenger was like, pass him or something. I kept picking them up. Anyways, this particular occasion, it's not a packed bus. I'm sitting down, I'm driving. We let people on the bus. The queue line had just passed me up, about 6 minutes late. But I don't care. I'm not pressed about being late because it's a smooth route. It's going well. I'm not in a rush. I'm cool. So after the crew line go, stop at my stop. Let people over, and I'm pulling off. I'm gaining speed. I'm gaining speed because I'm not cruising. As I'm gaining speed, people are walking, going to go. You know, after they got done paying, I'm looking, and I just see, like I don't know if the car was going so fast or if it was like my attention grabbed, but it go from, I have a clear view of in front of me, nothing's in front of me, to a car. I can't even remember seeing the car go past me. All I know is you see all this space right here? I don't remember the car coming from here to there. All I remember is, and this is me going, it's not me, the bus stop is at the corner. No, the bus stop was all the way back there. So I'm driving for a second before we hit this corner. Now, if it's a bus stop at the corner, then cars tend to come, creep, and then just shoot. No, this car had to have been behind me because of the speed they was going and try to beat me to the corner, which I'm going fast enough where they wasn't gonna beat me. They was not beating me. It was over. It was raps. It was raps for them beating me. So as I look, all I see is a gray car in front of me. It was slow motion too. I just see the car. It's like once he got in front of me, I just see him doing that. I'm like, oh shoot, this nigga done cut in front of me, and it was like so close. I'm sitting like this, but in my head, my instant thought is, dang, I smacked this nigga. I'm smacking this car. Like, if you would have paused before that, before anything else happened, and just showed me the picture, and me just been in the moment, I'm like, oh yeah, I smacked the nigga. That car messed up. I mean, I wasn't going super fast, but it's just, if I wouldn't, I had to stop hard. So I stopped. Niggas falling, people falling, passengers falling. I think it was like 3 people that fell. But it's like, I didn't know I stopped that hard. Like, cause usually I gotta stop way harder because of the brakes. This time the brakes were luckily good. There's been at least 5 different buses that I rode on that would have smacked that car, even if I would have pushed the brakes as hard as I could when I pressed the brakes. Luckily, I pressed the brakes when I did. They failed. Some of them saying you should have smacked them because, you know, I stopped the accident. What I feel like is, if, okay, there's a possibility I could have hit him and people wouldn't have fell the way they fell, right? But who says to say I couldn't have smacked that car and they still feel the same way? Or I could have smacked the car and the car could have did whatever it would have did. I don't know, but it wouldn't have been no light bump. Somebody, their head would have been, ooh, my head hurt just shaking like that. Their head would have been feeling some type of way after this hit, trust me. Because it wasn't going to be no nip. He was going to get hit. All back tail was touched. No nip. We love trains, man. The best. The best. Slow moving ones at that. I'm about to choke on it. Today's been interesting. Very interesting. But after the day, I'm coming back to work for a whole 2 full days. Don't call me for no OT. I'm straight. It's gonna be ice. Cold outside. Who I wanna work for? No, I'm straight. I'm super straight. I did straight. I thought it was for sure to cut chocolate all over my face because it had coconuts in the thing. The super basic got me. Gave me. I was trying to eat everything but the coconuts. I opened it up. It was a super giant pile of coconuts on top. Shredded coconuts, dog. Man, I got to pouring all the candy out. And I'm like, wait, hold up. Because at first I'm thinking, since it was so many at the top, that it was just layers. Coconut, this, then that. And it just didn't mix it up. Man, I feel like that bag was 40% coconut. That's terrible. Maybe, no. %40 coconut was the bag, 30% raisinets, and 30% peanuts, something like that. But that's how I was feeling. Anyways, now I'm out here chilling, cause I'm waiting for them to call me. If they call me before 6:30, then I guess I gotta work. They don't call me by 6:30. Then I guess I pull out and go back home. Which should be smooth if they don't call me, but you never know messing with them, they might call me. But it's a low-key a bus in front of me and I think he's doing the same thing. And he was kinda here first. So I'm hoping that nigga pull off. before I pull off anywhere. You know, as like a warning or something. But so I got my speaker. I could listen to some music, chill, vibe. Could go to sleep. I don't really like going to sleep with niggas. So it's just for real though. No more. I used to be knocked out. Too worried about bugs though. I don't want no bugs hunt me down because they smell me sleep. If you know what I mean. But my girl don't know that I'm technically not, you know, I can be on my phone right now. And she started some stuff with me last night. I'm mad because I didn't record it. Like, I should have recorded it so I can have, like, verbatim the type of stuff that she says that's just like, girl, you're spoiled. Like, look at what you're complaining about. You're complaining about not getting no me time. What is me time? You're complaining because you said I got off at a certain time and I called you at a different time. So basically she complaining because I didn't give her time to just sit and talk to her without distractions, right? She know I went to work. She said when I got off work, from between the time I got off to the time it was, which was like 12 o'clock at night, I got off at like 9. I'm gonna say 9, 10, 11, 12, 9, maybe I'm gonna say 8, magically. No, I ain't gonna say it. I ain't even gonna do that. Oh, thought I was asleep. I'm gonna say I got off at 8. 9, 10, 11, 12. That's 4 hours. That's only 4 hours I had after I woke up. Mind you, I went to sleep on the phone with her before I went to work. All I did was sleep, wake up, work, got off. I got 4 hours before I go to sleep. 4 hours. One of them hours gone. One of them hours is just getting to the crib, getting ready for bed, maybe eating, maybe washing up, maybe doing something else productive. I'm sad because that car, I think they just pulling up. I was scared for a second. But yeah, that's what some of them hours are, right? That's 3 hours. Mind you, I'm on the phone with her for like 2. I'm on the phone with her for like 2 hours, if not all 3 of those other hours. I went straight from work to Meijer. From work to Meijer. With my mom. Don't need to talk to you while I'm with my mom. We shopping. I knew she wasn't on her phone, like she wasn't just sitting at home on her phone because of how she was texting back. So I ain't call her. I'm just shopping. I'm like, cool. I'm listening to Ariana Grande. Boy, y'all should have seen me breathing and breathing. Just keep breathing and breathing. Girl, man, I was gigging to that song. Gigging, right? Get home, I call her. She's not at home. She's out. So we're not really talking. I'm eating anyway. I don't want to talk. I was going to let her talk to me. Get done with that. She with the fam. She with her sister, her mom. So she's not talking. She's talking to them. Cool. That's when I did the chair. Set up the chair. After I set up that chair, I made other vlogs. I got the vlogs that I'm going to post. So y'all going to see what I was doing that day. I'm finally ready to go to sleep. I'm getting ready to go to sleep. I'm like, all right, I still got to get clothes out the dryer. All that. I go to get the clothes out the dryer, come back upstairs. She's not at the phone. Madison. Apparently she was in the shower. All right, so cool. I leave the phone. Do me.
Nate. I'm ignoring her. For all she know, I could be asleep right now. She Nate. She hangs up and calls back. At that point, I put it on Do Not Disturb. She calls back and she texts me talking about some BS. Then I call her back, talk to her. She like, she got to talk. Like she said, she has to tell me something important. She said that this is the third time she said it. First, second, third. Neither one of the times when she said she had something important did she tell me what was so important for her to tell me. She just be saying that. She don't be having nothing important to say, dog. It just be irritating, dog. You crying wolf and you expect somebody to listen to you? No. You cry wolf every time. You make it a big deal about me responding to you, answering you. And when I answer, you don't got nothing to say. No. You don't know what I'm doing. She don't value my time for real. She don't. Cause I told her I gotta wake up in 7 hours. So I gotta wake up in 7 hours. I'm going to sleep. Look, I stay up to talk to you before I go to work. I don't get. I was so irritated at her, dog. And it's like we was doing good. We was doing good for this like past week. It was straight. I was feeling like it was growing, like the relationship. We might be doing better off. I might be able to, you know, let thoughts sink in my head. No. I look up and you going back downhill. Head first. Just doing whatever. That junk terrible, dog. But I think I'm about to read my book. Because this is the best time. I'm trapped. I don't have to talk to her. I think this is the best time to read my book. I got at least 2 hours and 30 minutes left of possibly just sitting here. So I feel like if I read this book for 2 hours and 30 minutes, I'm gonna get a nice portion of it done. So that's what I'm about to do. But I kind of want to see what, you know, what's going on with people texting me. D-Lo hit me up, my mom and Madison. So I'm pretty sure one of them responded by now. I know Madison did. I'm talking about one of the other ones. See what they talking about. See what she talking about. Might have to ignore her because she got issues. Like if she knew that I wasn't working right now, she wouldn't let me sit here and read my book. She's self-centered. Self-centered. Everything revolves around her. Like, but what about me? This is time I can be talking to you. And she don't have a lot going on. She don't have enough going on to rephrase. You too free. You got too much free time when you can argue with me about not spending my time with you. When I spend almost every bit of free time with you, that don't even make sense. That means you not working enough. You in school and you got a job, 2 jobs. You either need to bring up them grades, get another class, or work some extra hours or something, cause girl, she bipolar too. I'm terrible. But I've been sneak dissing her for a good 12 minutes now, maybe. I'ma end this. I never thought about that. I've been reading for a second, dog. I'm not the strongest reader, but I've been reading aloud so I can practice my reading skills. I feel like just reading in my head would help, but when I practice reading aloud, it helps with my speech, because I grew up with a speech impediment and I couldn't talk as well. And I feel like once I start trying to get into reading, I just started to inch a little bit as far as talking and being able to communicate without doubling up as much and stuttering and all that great stuff. So just now I was just reading, and one problem with it is I've been reading so much, I don't talk a lot. I tend to not talk. I don't like talking. I don't know, I like talking, but I don't. I'm like so funny when it comes to talking. I know how to shorthand stuff, all that good stuff. But I said that to say I'm talking more than I would usually talk in this short amount of time. So I've been reading for an hour now, 57 minutes. And I got like a good chapter and a half done. I'm not the quickest reader either, the most fluent reader, none of that. But I'm getting better. I'm way better than what I was a year ago. I, hit a nice little spike. But I've been reading so much just now, and it's like the small amount of time that like my bookmarks falling. Got this Wayne State bookmark I had got from Wayne State because I knew I was gonna try to start reading. Got that like some time ago. Anyways, I always liked bookmarks since I was younger, but I never liked reading. It's weird. I'm gonna order a bookmark. I'm gonna order a bookmark off Amazon if I remember now that I think about it. Anyways, it's just like doing that while I'm talking and like doing that, breathing through my mouth, because I'm breathing through my mouth while I read, because it's easier. And so when I'm talking, it's just easier for some reason to just breathe and talk through my mouth. But just doing that, clicking my teeth together and just breathing this wind through is making me really talk more with my tongue, which is something I don't really do a lot, which is probably one of the reasons why I can't talk as well as I should, because I really don't use my tongue enough, is probably what I'm thinking. But for me, reading aloud to myself is just like getting me better at it and getting me to talk more fluently. And when I'm reading, sometimes like I'll read and I'll be guessing what's going to be said. So I'll just like be reading and I'll be like, wait, he didn't say that. I'm just, moving too quick, thinking that they said something that they probably didn't really say, whatever. But yeah, reading like through the sentences and slowing down and like really processing what I'm supposed to be saying before I really try to say it. I feel like it helps me with my thinking when I'm talking too, because like I know when I'm about to stumble like how I just did, and I know I'm more, I don't know what word I was gonna say, so I had to stop. I couldn't just talk. Like usually I just keep talking, but I know that I need to stop and think instead of just try to blurt out blank spaces, So it's just like I'm learning how to stop and just think, and my thinking process, once that improves, it's just going to be more and more fluent, So it's just a smooth little process. And I was just thinking I can read to y'all real quick a little bit, just so I can have like documented what my reading how fluently I read right now at this point, because I feel like I still have a lot of work to get through. I honestly wish I would have had some type of reading back then, but it was so terrible. Like, but None of this was familiar to me. The Twilight Zone comes to mind as I think about that first trip. She does the Stepford Wives. It was all so perfect. At the same time, it's weird too. I wasn't sure what kind of students live in this kind of environment. They most likely were a bit different than me. As we turn onto Observatory Street, the dorm comes into view. We park directly outside the front door, and I began to unpack the car and proceed to the dorm. People were beginning to move in, and some of them, a lot in fact, were African American. But these African Americans didn't look like me. They're probably not from Detroit proper, I thought. This was going to be very different. I began to observe. I was walking into the dorm with my hat on backwards and tilted so you could see my hairline. A baggy pair of iceberg jeans with the matching Tom and Jerry iceberg shirt, Jules Cartier glasses, and a crispy white pair of Air Max 95s. A few people had some of the things I was wearing. I was hood rich. I got a cart and began taking things to my mom. Situated on the basement floor, I passed the big cement blocks along the wall on the right side of the hall, passing the many dorm doors on the left, and I walked past doors until I approached one with 2 yellow and blue signs. The yellow sign looked like a paper plate rimmed with curl paper fringes. It had a smiley face in the center and the name Sean written in a circle on the sign. The blue sign held the name of my new best friend, Anthony Bowman. We knew each other from Mackenzie High School and barely spoke to each other then, but he was one of the most familiar links to home. However, tenors, like I would look that word up, it's T-E-N-U-O-U-S, tenuous, I don't know. But I'm gonna look that word up to see what it means. See, I'm still stumbling and stuff. I got my brush too. Trying not to stop now though, cause I only been reading for an hour. I'm probably gonna get to this next chapter, take a break, brush my hair, watch some YouTube or something, growing another way. But see, I'm still shaky with reading. I don't read fluent. I stumble a lot, but I feel like my confidence has built. When I was younger, one of the things that messed me up or made it even worse is when I get nervous, it's harder for me to read because I'm thinking about how horribly I'm reading. Like it's piling up on top of each other, just tearing me down as a reader. But with the way I'm reading now, I feel like I'm gonna be good at reading later in the future. I feel like I'm gonna be fluent. Like I would be able to read for a speech conference in a group of 500 people and not feel some type of way. Like I used to admire how people would they would volunteer to read and just they would like reading
and all that, and have nice fluent voices. Fluent voice. I can't really, my vocabulary is not clicking right now. I'm sorry, you guys. I want to say I apologize. I try to cut out I'm sorry, but it is what it is. I feel like I'm talking funny now, but it's cool because I feel like if I actually begin to talk this way with my tongue and I like sound better and it just flow out way better, I'm just gonna keep talking like that and it's gonna be cool. It's just like I'm used to closing my mouth all the way and then like tapping those teeth, but my pretty pearly whites just can't be getting damaged like that. If I'm be talking a lot, we're gonna have to use my tongue because I don't want to click these teeth, dog. I've been clicking them a little too much lately, and they tired, coach. I can't keep clicking like that, dog. I'm gonna just have to talk with my tongue. I might have to learn. But it's one thing that's funny is Anton, I don't know his last name, but he was guy that went to King. He got his braces and he got his retainer, like the thing where like they got something where it makes you talk with your tongue. Like they give you, it's something that be in your mouth, and I feel like I needed that, but I don't go to the dentist, so I would never know, you know, or like, it's sad, but I guess I gotta learn on my own. I guess that's what made me think talking with your tongue was a good thing. So I'm gonna just go off that assumption instead of looking it up, cause niggas lazy, all that good stuff. But it is what it is. I'm not about to cheat myself out of more time. I already spent 12 minutes just talking. I mean, I was kind of reading too, but it is what it is. I cut myself. Bye.